Hi everybody, it's LaShonda from Labors of Love with another Therapy Thursday video. Today I just want to check in. And I know that it's a video and that you will not have a specific way of communicating with me in this moment, but I did want to extend a very sincere and genuine acknowledgement that times are tough. And I want to validate that so many of us are having different reactions to being at home, quarantined, having to leave for limited purposes. Some of us do leave to go to work. Some cannot leave to go to work. Some have children. And there's a multitude of scenarios that are present. But no matter what your specific situation, things can be tough. So I want to give a shout out to all of the people who have been able to sit down and be reflective and introspective during this time and realize that you have been given a gift and that you can now start that project that you've been wanting to start for some time and finish the 2 projects that you started and didn't get a chance to finish, and connect with your family and be more intentional with being with your children and have date nights with your spouse and significant other and get creative. Shout out to those people. I think it's very important that, we be able to look at the gifts that lie within the challenge. But I also want to give a shout out to the people who, no matter how hard they try, cannot seem to get out of bed and be productive, who have a list of things that they want to accomplish, but by the end of the day, find that if they have gotten up and maybe eaten a little something, and done even a little bit of hygiene, maybe not, that they've made it through the day and they're getting ready to lay back down and it's going to be like that again tomorrow. And that while there are other people maybe in the home who would love to spend more time with them, they just can't muster it. I want to give a shout out to those people too. And I want to say that not one is better than the other. In that I want to give a shout out to everyone who falls anywhere in between that spectrum. And some of us who can find ourselves in various places on that spectrum depending on what's happening. Just making it can be difficult. And whether we have found our way of being extra productive and super positive or not, we are all in some form of survival right now. And so this video today was just simply to acknowledge that however you're managing right now is how you're managing right now. And some people are managing in ways that they do not like and they want to change that. I want to say that there are people out there who can help you during this time. So many therapists and coaches and faith leaders have taken to virtual forms of support. And so perhaps finding someone who can help you along the journey will help. But what doesn't help, and what I want to remind people, is that shame is not an effective tool for change. And so if we find ourselves being shameful towards other people based on their reaction, and how do we know we're being shameful? We're saying things like, you ought to, you need to, you should, why aren't you, why haven't you? That's not good enough, you know better, you ought to, all of those things. When we do that, that actually pushes people to do the very thing or not do the very thing that we're asking of them. And so if you're being shaming towards yourself or others, I ask you to just take a moment and sit in a place of compassion and realize that we all are in some form of survival. And even if your survival system allows you to be what you consider productive and creative, that there are some whose survival systems are just putting them in a position to survive the day. Again, I want to offer that if anyone has difficulty during this time and just needs a little bit of help to just kind of kickstart them in the direction they want to go, or need a lot of help, Labors of Love is here to walk alongside you on that journey. So if you want to reach out to me, you can find me at www.thelaborsoflove.com. We're on all the major social media outlets. Please don't forget we have our YouTube channel. Subscribe. Tons of videos there that I think will be helpful during this time. And don't forget that we have our podcast that drops every Tuesday. And actually during quarantine, we're going to be doing a couple extra drops. So check on Tuesdays and Thursdays for new guests and content. Until we connect again, you all be well.